Saleh. Some thoughts whirling around my head at the moment about attention and how attention is basically the origin of everything that we can accomplish as human beings in our lives. Everything starts with attention. So what is attention? What are we talking about here? Awareness, concentration, consciousness, being conscious. Awareness is essentially our being conscious, and focused awareness is concentration. Focused attention is concentration. When we focus our attention on any given thing and hold it there without distraction, this is a process of the process of concentration, bundling our energy, bundling our attention onto a specific thing, whether that thing is something material, an object, or a plant, or part of your body part, or whether that thing is conceptual, an idea, a thought process, a word, anything that we focus our attention on and hold it there, that's referred to as concentration. When we do not honor our attention, when we don't control our attention, we become what we refer to sometimes as absent-minded, where basically our mind wanders from this to that to the other thing, without any firm anchoring point on any one given thing. The inability to focus on something, the inability to remember things and focus on something and keep your attention there in order to achieve something or carry out a work or something like that, or even just to understand something, when someone's speaking to you, with you, or you're watching a video of some kind, or you're reading a book or an article. This demands that we have full attention, full awareness, that we're able to be present and to receive the information coming in with focus, with concentration, in order to understand, and then, for example, to be able to articulate something in our thoughts when we consider it. So this entire process is the foundation of everything, basically. When we can control our attention and choose what we direct it onto, to hold it there, then we can basically do anything that we choose to do. When we do not control our attention, then essentially it controls us, or the lack of attention controls our person, our being, our individuality, our personality, our lack of being able to control our attention, concentrate, hold our attention on anything or matter, basically allows anything to distract us, pull us from here to there, and this state of being is not actually a very it's not a good one, because we basically don't feel like we're in control of our lives. We feel like it's difficult to concentrate. We feel like maybe we can't accomplish anything, or we're not doing what we want to do, or we're in circumstances and so on that we don't want to be in, and this, that, and the other. And essentially, I think these are all symptoms of the lack of focus, the lack of an inability or unwillingness to learn to direct the attention onto something and hold it there, onto the things that we want, essentially. To recognize, to be mindful, recognize the things that we don't want in life, but not to hold our attention on that, what we don't want. This is illogical. If we don't want something, then we don't focus on it. Essentially, there's no point in wasting energy, which is attention, awareness, consciousness. There's no point in wasting that energy on focusing always on what we don't want. Essentially, if we focus on what we don't want, that's what we get, because that's what we're focusing on. So yeah, this video is essentially about the importance of learning to control one's attention. In this world, there is so many people that are unable to concentrate anymore. There's so many people with the label ADHD or AHD, ADD, or many. I don't know the exact. I think ADHD is the thing, attention deficit disorder. And I haven't probed into the origin of this, so I can't speak definitively about the causes of ADHD. In some cases, it could be to do with environmental stuff, for example, chemicals, pollution, some kind of damage to the brain or the nerves, or something. It could be caused like that, genetic, or I'm not entirely sure. But one thing that I do know is the attention of a human being can and should be trained. Human beings can choose to hone and develop their attention, to learn how to concentrate, to learn how to focus. And this is a given all around, no matter how hard it is, or no matter what label you put onto yourself. The human being is able to learn how to concentrate, to learn how to direct the attention, and focus on that which you want to focus on. This is a really powerful skill to learn for anybody who hasn't yet learned this. And I would highly recommend learning the basic skills of concentration through simple exercises, simple, consistent daily exercises, practice of concentration, the practice of holding your attention on something, the practice of mindfulness, general mindfulness, being present, and learning how to simply notice the thoughts, the feelings, the stirrings from within, the noises outside, the light, the colours, the temperature, and so on and so forth. Anything that you can sense, anything that you can notice, the practice of simply noticing that without any commentary, without any prejudice, without any for or against, just a neutral remaining in one's self, in one's awareness of what is present, what is so, in the moment. This is a really quite a simple practice where we don't actually need to buy anything to be able to do this. We don't need any specific tools. We have everything that we need. Essentially, our attention is all that we need. And it's just a case of deciding to control your attention, to put it here or put it there, put it on this leaf or put it on this screen, or put it on the words that are coming out of my mouth, whatever, to choose to put the attention onto that and to hold it there. And the practice essentially is every time you notice that the attention strays from that, what you are focusing on, you just notice that and gently bring it back to what you've chosen to focus on. This is very simple. Really, it's very simple. It's not necessarily easy because it takes practice, time, patience, and discipline, and all the things that are required to regularly carry something out with consistency over time. So I'm not saying it's easy necessarily, but I am saying it's simple. There's no fancy tools you need to buy or apps, or you don't need to be in any specific place. You can literally be anywhere. Where you are now is where you need to be to start doing this. It's just a case of taking control of your attention again, deciding, saying, this is what I am doing now. I focus now on this, I focus now on that, and so on. And just to practice holding the attention on something and building up the amount of time that you're able to do that. When you're reading something, read it. That's what you're doing. And if something comes up in your mind, notice, pay attention to what comes up. Don't ignore what comes up, because maybe an insight arises as well. It's important to recognize what comes up, and if it's something worthy of following, thinking through, then you can maybe stop, bring your attention and put your attention on that. It has to be a firm decision because you're in control of your attention. So an insight comes up, you might want to follow that if it's something worthy of following through. So yeah, this is a practice. It's a constant daily practice. You never get to the end of this. This is being alive as a human being. This is our responsibility. We have responsibility to be conscious of ourselves, be conscious of our thoughts and feelings, and we have the responsibility to control our attention, and our attention is ours to control. If we're distracted by every given thing, every narrative, or every person, every noise, everything that moves, barks or sings, and our attention is just basically drawn all over the spot without any control, and essentially we don't have any control over our lives, and the very thing that could change our lives for the better is essentially out of our control in that scenario. So this is a truly empowering thing, to realize that you don't need to buy expensive courses or even expensive books, although I highly recommend searching for and purchasing high quality books with good information, good teachings, practical books, or anything of interest, because this actually can help you to focus your attention on things, on what you want to focus on. It can help you to learn new things and develop yourself, develop your character, as long as you think things through for yourself. Don't just accept blindly anything that you read or hear. I think the process of learning how to consider something, think it through, discern between the things that you read and what you're reading, I think this is a valuable practice also. So that's just a few thoughts going through my head. So for anyone this resonates with, learning how to focus, learning how to decide to put your awareness, to put your attention on something and learn to hold it there. When a distraction arises, notice that distraction and gently pull your attention back onto what you're focusing on, and just over time learn how to gain control of your own attention again. The more people that do this, I think the better the world will become. There's literally an epidemic of people that are unable to focus their attention at the moment, and it doesn't lead to good things for the individual or for the society at large. So for today, thanks for listening. Saleh.